Did they support that name change based on some of your reporting?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for having me on. And as far as I can tell, and the Native Americans that we've worked with, no, it's not offensive. And many people see it as them removing representation of Native Americans, somewhat of a cultural cleanse, if you will. Now, we have not only the Cleveland Indians, but the mascot is gone. The Redskins have been gone. The Land O'Lakes lady is gone. It seems like they're kind of coming after the Braves. So it feels more like they're purging Native American representation from our culture, more so than being respectful to our imagery. Now, I'm not sure who finds the mascot itself offensive. I can see how some people would want to take that caricature and paint it as offensive, but the Native Americans Guardians Association is a group that we've been working alongside with in this battle to bring back representation, including the Indians and the Redskins name itself. So they've put polling out saying that 90% of Native Americans do not find it offensive. And that's just Native Americans. That doesn't include the entire population as a whole. So we don't find it offensive in any way.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Even to go back, and Eddie, and I think about, your day-to-day priorities when it comes to the name of a baseball team or a name of a football team. Where does that rank for you?
Well, what they're doing is getting rid of a culture, getting rid of any representation, like Maury said, of Native American culture. At the end of the day, if they get what they want, they've already gotten rid of what? Uncle Ben's. They got rid of the Land O'Lakes lady. They've gotten rid of, who knows what's going to be left? That's the thing. What's going to be left, and where does it stop? Woke culture doesn't stop there. That's not where it stops. They always need something to fight against, and if it's not this, it's going to be something else. But Native American history is American history. This name was given to the Cleveland Indians as a way to honor a former Cleveland Indian, Francis Sockalexis. And I think people forget that history. And if you remove that history from the team and forget why the team was named Indians, yes, it's probably easy to take all of these things as offensive. But the reality of it is it's not. And the polling that Maurice just referenced only has a 2% margin of error and was quoted by even the Washington Post. So this is a well-known fact. And what's going on here is they're listening to the minority, about 9% of Native Americans, which are mainly in a group called AIM, and ignoring a group like the Native American Guardians Association, which represents about 90% of the feelings of Native Americans across this country. So that's where it needs to be. We are the majority.
We bring this up because there is a news peg to this. Matt Dolan is running for Senate in Ohio. Why we bring that up is because he's part owner of the Guardians. So, yes. And I'll bring this to Maurice if I can. Would a proud Native American community back a candidate who some think caved to the woke mob? Again, that cultural cleansing, if you will, that you talked about, Maurice.
I sure hope not, because we need leaders who are going to stand up and actually keep their word. Because I believe in 2019, he had said that the Cleveland Indians name was not going to change. And then right after the riots in 2020, and there was this outcry for, I guess, cultural equity in whatever way they wanted to put it. But he caved in incredibly fast. So no, he shouldn't be. If he is going to make a promise, we want to hold him to his word. And we need to bring that name back. That's one of the things that we've been fighting for and speaking out against, is being able to hold people in our government accountable. This is one of the steps. It may seem small, but something like having the Indians name growing up as a Native American, for me, that's just looking out into the world and seeing representation. And for some reason, any kind of Native American representation has been deemed racist. Even seeing a Native American, on a piece of butter is racist, or, on a team logo is racist, or at least it's deemed that way. But no, we need to hold our leaders accountable. And if he's running, I would like him to sign the pledge that is on the Native Americans Guardians Association page that says that, they will do everything in their power to get the name back. And he's part owner of it. So he needs to be held accountable for what he's done and what he said back then and where it is today.